Okay, hey guys, it's Rob Balasabas here. I'm with Amber McLennan, and we're here for another Thinkific Live, and we're going to be spotlighting one of our marketing solutions.
I think we're live. Awesome. Okay, hey guys.
Sorry, a bit of feedback. But yeah, why don't we start introducing you, Amber? Amber just joined our team. Amber, why don't you introduce yourself and what you do here?
Yeah, so hi everybody. I'm Amber, as Rob said, and I'm the Plus Marketing Manager here at Thinkific. So I help with all of our Plus marketing efforts, which are for our companies that are scaling rapidly and need a bit more support on Thinkific.
Awesome. So specifically with Plus, because we had Brian Kingston from the Plus sales team, one of our account executives. So maybe touch on really quickly on what is the difference between Plus and our general self-serve product.
Yeah, so the biggest thing with Plus is that you get a dedicated customer success manager who's able to support you and be your guide throughout Thinkific Plus to really help you scale and grow rapidly and answer any questions that you have. So that's bypassing our regular support team and having that one-to-one connection. In addition, you're not restricted by any of the group analysts or site admins. You get unlimited as well as additional instances to have multiple Thinkific websites. So those are just a few areas, but there are a lot more.
Awesome. Okay, sounds good. So if you want to get more information about Plus, the best place to go is just our website, thinkific.com/plus.
Yes, it is.
There you go. Awesome. Okay, before we introduce our guest today, a quick question for you. Last question that I have for you today is, everybody that joins Thinkific creates a course. So what's your course about?
So I actually did one on Disneyland tips and tricks. I'm a big Disney fan, and it was how to go with a limited budget as well as with a limited time frame.
There you go. Awesome. It's an awesome course. Very useful. Great. So Amber, why don't you introduce our guest today and who we have coming on?
Yeah. So for today, we're going to be talking about Instagram direct message campaigns and how we can use them to generate additional leads and increase sales. And to talk to us about that, we have Jeff McPherson, the CEO and co-founder of Direct Heroes. So we'll bring him on. Oh, there he is.
There I am. How's everybody? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So to take off the call, Jeff, can you tell us a bit about your backstory and what led you to co-founding Direct Heroes?
Well, it's actually kind of a bit of a funny story. So 5 years ago, I actually got into an e-commerce product. I invented a smartphone case, got it manufactured, developed overseas, brought it in thinking that everybody in the world actually invents their own product, kind of being stubborn that way and ignorant. Meanwhile, that majority of people online are getting into the drop shipping, all that sort of stuff as well. So I got all this product made, brought it in, and didn't know how to market. So I got into Instagram and started trading product for shout outs and again, getting out there. Fortunately enough, it was a very niche product and it did extremely well, except that keeping up with smartphone cases and all that, with all the different models and brands, it just became super overwhelming for one person. I ended up selling that company off to somebody local here and then getting into digital products, again, course creating, just like on Thinkific, where I train people how to, again, start their own business and outsource manufacturing and bring products in. This kind of helped me start understanding how marketing worked and getting the product out there, running ads, and again, really understanding the platform of Instagram. I got into some affiliate products as well, tools that people use to, again, help leverage their business. And what I saw on these platforms is everybody was talking about work from home, do all this additional stuff. They were building courses for these companies. And I was like, it would be really cool for me to be able to build a tool that people could use, that they could market it for me. They could teach people how they could leverage my tool into actually building their business in a different way and really bring in additional assets and leads into their business. So jumped on Upwork, and I ended up finding a developer 3 years ago now, who is now our head developer. And we've just continued to model the different companies on Messenger marketing, the chatbots that are on there. There's a handful of different companies on there, but just using our expertise of what we know and keeping campaigns really highly engaged, really community driven, and really giving back to the followers on your Instagram, and then building additional assets natively on the app, and then directing people into your email campaigns, different social channels, building subscriber lists, getting people into, again, courses, giving snippets from your courses as well, kind of keep following up with people. Essentially, what we've been able to do is develop a tool that is like email marketing campaigns. You scale the conversation through automation with people opting in, and then continuing to nurture them with highly engaged snippets from your business, incentivizing people, discount codes, so on and so forth. And because it's so direct to consumer, we have huge open rates, the massive open rates, 97% plus we're seeing across all our campaigns. So it's really good to be able to get eyes on the end goal, which is our product. But this is where we are today, and we're continuing to grow super rapidly.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the overview. And it would be great to, if you could share your screen, which I see you're already doing actually,
yeah.
And show our viewers how Direct Heroes really works.
Yeah, so brief breakdown of the website here. Again, communication. So having followers, they don't actually necessarily have to be followers on your Instagram account. All of this happens natively on your Instagram account, your business account, where we have people opt in to incentivize campaigns, different sorts of channels or businesses, or again, courses that you want to get people to your end goal, that sales funnel, whatever that may be, your email list, and continuing to build an asset, because you're actually building an additional list natively on Instagram where you can send those broadcast messages at a later time. Again, Black Friday, Cyber Monday was just here. So a lot of the businesses that we're working with actually had huge promotion sales through Instagram itself. The good thing about Direct Heroes in the platform, you don't need a large following to use the platform, because you are able to set up Instagram ads to DMs. You have the ability to set up creative that then drives leads into your direct message funnel, is what we call them, to continue that conversation and again scale it at another level. So it kind of changes the game for new users on the platform, giving the ability to again get into the Instagram game, because it can be a little bit more tricky, because everybody thinks that, oh, if you're not an influencer, you don't have a large following, that you don't actually have the ability to make sales through Instagram, which is not true. And why another reason we really dove in this way, and we focused on a lot of businesses that have a smaller following. We're really heavily getting into the analytics side, both tracking your campaign analytics, your overall analytics of the platform, and on a subscriber contact level, how much people interact with you and your business. So you can start setting up gamified marketing campaigns specifically and tailored to each and individual person, creating an audience list that's a subscriber list, just like you would have an email list or a messenger list. This all, again, is natively on Instagram. You don't have to, these users don't have to leave the Instagram app. You don't have to take them off platform to have conversations with them. So it's super beneficial that way. Again, getting into the analytics of the platform and the users itself, sending broadcasts. This is super powerful for us and for the businesses using it, because once you build that list of tagged and segmented audiences, we can send a tailored message to them at any time, direct on the Instagram app as well. So again, it acts just like an email blast or a messenger blast, but on Instagram. We do have live chat, which is super powerful to us. We believe that automation is important for scaling a business, but human interaction is still super important for additional support, additional help, whatever it may be. So we've focused on this live chat feature where we separate campaigns, which are people who have opted into a campaign, from your regular inbox, and then giving the ability to filter these users based on follower count. You can favorite them, so you can keep people at the top of your inbox as well. So again, you're not clustering everything within one spot, everything's super segmented and tagged. And then from there, if we jump right back into the dashboard itself, just to give you an overview of what people are using and how they're building it, connecting multiple accounts is doable. So if you're running a handful of accounts, handful of our clients that we work with, they're running multiple accounts at the same time, you're able to connect your accounts. Now, saying that, we actually created just to kind of pause and give people an idea what it would look like from a consumer point of view, or somebody who would be going through a flow or funnel itself, we created a specific Thinkific flow that everybody can go to. So if they head to our Direct Heroes account, direct.heroes, and send us the keyword Thinkific, you'll go through a very basic flow just to, again, see how the flows come through, the messaging works, and kind of the power of what you're able to do. And then from there, you become part of that Direct Heroes community on this account specifically.
So just go in and send a direct message?
Yeah. So everything's based on keywords and story mentions. That's the kind of the opt-in factor. So again, we created a Thinkific campaign, and I can bring it up here, or this is what a flow would generally look like. Very similar to other messenger companies, but people will go through this flow where you can see these yellow ones are all tagged based on different actions that they take and if they continue to go through. But again, this just gives people the ability, the viewers who are watching this live, to kind of see what their consumers would end up going through. And as you can continue to build out the different conditions and tags and email collections and phone collections as you go.
Cool. Yeah, I just sent it. So, and you said there's a bit of a delay, I think, right?
Yeah. So those are the conditions that we deal with Instagram. Yeah. So the messages come through. We have that delay in there as well, just to make sure that everything's more human-like interaction. But again, once you opt in, everything's tracked there, and the flows continue.
Very cool. So this flow looks very similar to what you might see in a traditional email flow. So how do these direct messages fit into the sales funnel, and are they replacing tools like email, or do they work in conjunction with them?
So we don't want to use Direct Heroes or Instagram direct messaging to replace anything. We want to use it as another channel that we can build an asset to your business, but in a different way. Again, Instagram is very highly engaged. It's community building. And on the platform, the way I look at it is a community sharing platform. So everybody's always sharing their experiences, whether they're showing off or not, they're still showing things without the platform. So what we tend to do with our clients and how we walk them through it is, like, even if you're in an email campaign or you're going through a funnel, you can still direct them back into your Instagram channel, again, driving traffic from different areas to, again, share their experience with you and your business to their audience, doing that referral marketing. So what we can do here is, I'll zoom in and I'll just go through this fairly quickly here. But again, people coming through, they're getting the keyword here. This is the opt-in through a keyword. They're tagged. We send out a message, and then we have the power to collect emails from users. So again, putting them directly to your email list, where you can start that long form email marketing, which is super important. Again, email is still one of the most powerful ways out there for marketers, but we don't want to replace it. We just want to continue to build on top of it and doing it in a different way. So storing your emails to the Direct Heroes platform itself and the audience, or the ability to connect through Zapier, so we can connect right to your provider. Super important. It just right through in your email providers, and then they start going through your email list. We have different conditions, which is super important and really cool. We can filter based on follower count. So you can give people different products or different incentives based on how big their following is. We have different things to filter them based on verified accounts as well. And then again, you can see that they're tagged based on their follower count, and then you can send links, images, all that additional stuff as well.
Very cool. And with that, so that seems, just being able to filter and go into followers and do things that way, that seems like a pretty successful strategy for direct messaging. Are there any other keys to success for content creators to start looking into?
Yeah. So what is super powerful, and this is what we've done with a couple other course creators as well, is, again, mixing email marketing, funnels, and their product with the direct messaging as well. So there's a couple different ways that you can do it. Is once you get people opted into a campaign itself, which is, again, fairly straightforward, you use a keyword to opt in. Having things throughout a again, a course, whether it's at the end of a video or throughout a funnel or throughout your email list, where you can get people to head back to your Instagram account, go a challenge. It's like, okay, now you've passed this video, head back to our Instagram account to receive that next part of your business. So you're keeping people interacting with your business, whether it's sharing the content on their Instagram stories, or again, coming back and sending you another message based on, because then you can start tracking these people based on if they're actually watching full videos or if they're actually going through funnels. So it's kind of an additional tag that we can add to people as well. And then from there, even if people haven't bought into a course yet, let's say, you can give them more and more snippets of it, send them links to different channels, whether it be Twitter or LinkedIn or YouTube, again, building subscribers and followers other places to continue to drive value in different ways. And then if for some reason they need that additional support on top, you've got that live chat feature there. You can jump in, again, building that relationship, the trust, with then they're buying into it. So you can, again, start giving snippets of your course through direct messaging, direct to contact, and then again, building that relationship and that trust just from different filters, tags, and conditions that we provide for you.
Very cool. So on the flip side, what are some common pitfalls that many course creators would have when creating their direct messaging strategy?
To me, I think that a lot of people overthink it. The way we look at social media, and I guess Instagram specifically, is all we're doing is taking different actions that our consumers do on a day-to-day basis and scaling it. So we look at this, and this is why we market it more as a conversational funnel. So marketing funnels have been around for a long time. People go through, they opt in, they give you their email, and then they go through a series of upsells, downsells, whatever it may be, to that end goal. We're replacing that to an extent with more highly engaged conversations back and forth to take you to that conversational funnel, because it's a new way of interacting, and people can, again, do it at their own time. The open rates are a lot higher, and what we've seen is it's not coming across as much of a sales pitch anymore, because funnels have been around for so long. We're starting to see that it's like you hit a funnel and it's just like, okay, you know what you're kind of going through. And this is why conversations are so important to us. So for me, the biggest pitfall people are running into is they're overcomplicating what they need to do. Users, they want the here and now. So being able to give it to them at the here and now, and then again, keeping it, because people are committing to us and our business, again, keeping it fun, keeping it interactive, and keeping them coming back with, again, follow-ups and different sort of gamification type tactics to keep them going through our business and interacting with us. And at the end of the day, because there's so much noise in the marketing world now, how can you separate yourself from your competitors out there? And again, just keeping it fun, keeping it interactive. And Instagram, I think, is one of the best platforms to do it on.
Yeah, absolutely. So at the beginning, you mentioned that you don't need necessarily a large following or tribe to start using direct heroes.
Yep.
So what would be your tips for growing your subscribers on Instagram? What tactics actually work?
So a couple things. There's a few there when building out these campaigns and starting to go through the strategies. So if one, which is the kind of the biggest one, you can run ads to an Instagram account with creative saying direct message us. You can actually send them directly to your Instagram inbox, your Instagram direct message inbox, which then would trigger them to become a part of this flow. Another way is there's swipe up to view profile. And if you have a call to action in the bio or call to action in the ad itself, same sort of concept. Influencer marketing, really powerful, always will be, but you just got to be careful of where you're actually finding these influencers to market your business. The way we look at it is that if, depending on your niche, again, if you're selling, let's say, a cat product, going to a page that's got a fitness account doesn't make sense to drive that traffic through. You want to make sure that it's niche down to where you're driving traffic to, again, directing them to your page. And then there's two ways of looking at it. One, getting them to your page and gaining them as a follower, and then nurturing them with the content you have, kind of playing a more long-term game. Or again, what we have, which is super powerful as well, is Instagram story mentions. So when we get people into a campaign, we can use Instagram story mentions as triggers to continue conversation. So as an opt-in, if you use, like, say you're going through somebody's funnel, you're driving traffic to your funnel to get people in, to receive an additional discount on this, share this funnel to your Instagram story and mention me using hashtag Thinkific. We can use that as an opt-in to continue conversation. So now you're using their audience to drive traffic to your business, again, creating that viral marketing. And we can use the same tactics within a campaign. Again, if you've got, we've ran multiple campaigns where if people have entered, we've given an additional 10% off if they've shared our content to their story. We gained an additional, in 4 days, we helped a campaign gain an additional 1.5 million follower reach just by a simple incentivizing people. Again, people were taking what people do on a day-to-day basis, scaling it, and then giving them something for it, right direct to consumer. So there's 3 powerful things that people can do. Run ads, which is just, again, setting up Facebook from your Facebook manager or from Instagram boosting, influencer marketing within your niche, or using the viral tactics, incentivizing your audience, your consumers to share your product, to get opt-ins, to use that organic marketing, referral marketing tactic.
Fantastic. That 1.5 million that's pretty great.
It's definitely beneficial for sure. Yeah, no, because it helps you. There's 2 ways. There's 1, you're getting people into your business, and 2, you're helping grow your account. Again, you've got to look at it a way. It's like 1.5 million. Working with larger accounts, you're going to get bigger followings and stuff like that but it doesn't mean that a smaller account can't have people share their stuff. It just comes down to your creative, your wording, and what that incentivized kind of sharing tactic is.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. And then, so on that, can you share some of the results of prioritizing DMs, be it for smaller or larger companies?
So we've had a handful. So in terms of really good numbers, so we worked with an account that had less than 1,000 followers on their account, and they ended up doing $20,000 in sales in 2 weeks' time. Again, they did a giveaway structure. So they had people opt in for a giveaway, getting people in there, commenting, tagging, sharing. The more that they did, the more entries that they got. And at the end, they give everybody a discount to who didn't win. So then they drove a huge influx into their business, because again, they just kind of opted people in for a chance of winning, which is, again, giveaways are ran on Instagram all the time and they're super powerful. But at least this way, if you're getting people to tag and getting those tags to DM you as well, you've now built them as an asset to your business, because you can't reach out to a comment as easy as you can reach out to a subscriber. Another lady that we were working with, she was doing, like I mentioned, snippets of her actual course itself, where and again, from your audience page here, this would be your list of people coming through. So this is your subscriber list at the end of the day. And then from here, what she did was, if we go into favorites, we've got people here, people coming through different campaigns. What she did was, she gave snippets of her course through. She got everybody through of a 5-day challenge. And at the end, if they needed extra help, she jumped in and gave the manual chat through. And she ended up doing, it was just shy of $15,000 in 7 days as well, pushing them through. And then she took them from into her course to potential clients to even further growth stuff on top of that, which was great.
Awesome. Sounds good. That sounds good. I mean, we're getting a lot of comments and everything here. I think even Brian, so Brian Kelly says he's got under 1,000, but he's ready. So he says, let's do this. So what is, we didn't really talk too much about setting up campaigns and everything, just because we wanted to, respect everyone's time here. But you guys, I'm assuming you guys have a lot of resources on how to set up the campaigns and all the tutorials on your website. Is that the best place to go? Yeah.
So good thing about us, our support is our number one for sure. That's where we heavily invest everything, because we just think it's the most important thing for not only our consumers' growth, but our growth as well. We look at it as way as your followers, the businesses and clients that use our platform, their consumers are our actual customers. So the more that they interact with you, the longer you're going to stay with us, so on and so forth. So we do have training, and we're actually just releasing, very good timing, weekly webinars where we're going to go through different features that we release, different case studies that we have. We're going to start bringing out guest speakers that have ran similar campaigns, just to, again, build the creativity mind behind it, because again, a lot of people, there's a lot of things going on in our business. So it's just like simplifying it for people and giving them those additional resources where they can reach out to is going to be simple as well. And then each week there'll be the Q&A on top of that. And then our support system is really good as well. So yes, the training is going to be there.
Awesome. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, cool. So let's answer a couple questions, Jeff. If you got a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
And if you're with us live, and even if you're watching this on the replay, feel free to drop your questions into the comments. We'll make sure that we tag Jeff and get him to answer them for you. So yeah, just drop your questions in the comments. There's one here which I think you answered from Brian. Does it integrate with Zapier? Yes. Is the answer?
Yeah. Everything. Yeah. Everything. So any of the applications on Zapier we integrate into.
Awesome. Okay. Otherwise, for the emails that are stored, it's stored on Direct Heroes
on the platform and can be exported CVS files afterwards if you're not using Zapier and stuff like that. And we're continuing to look into different resources on what we can expedite collecting these contact information into people's businesses. But yes, for now we just focus on Zapier because it was just a kind of pretty basic one that a lot of businesses use nowadays. And then storing it, yeah, it stores to the profile, and then from there can be exported.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. And we got a question here from Rico, which is, I think everyone's wondering, is what is the cost? What's the pricing structure?
Well, this is our first public release. This is something that we decided that we were going to do with Thinkific first. Again, we've had really good success. Everything's been built just based on word of mouth from the clients that we've been doing. We're keeping it very, very basic right now for the early stages in this exclusive offer with Thinkific for right now. That per account, $97 a month. That gives you 10,000 subscribers. And after 10,000 subscribers, it's a penny per subscriber. Those prices are subject to change in the future. But for right now, we're just keeping it super simple for everybody to come in, get their feet wet and use the whole platform. There's no limitations behind it. There's no feature sets. So again, we want to build a platform that our consumers want, and to limit people from it, we're not able to get the right feedback from our customers.
Okay, that sounds good. Really straightforward. And to be clear, that's subscribers to Direct Heroes, your Direct Hero platform, not your Instagram account.
Correct. Yes. So if you joined and you already had, let's say, 10,000 followers on your account, that's not a subscriber to us. So from the time that you connect to Direct Heroes and you start running campaigns, and these subscribers, these contacts start opting into these campaigns, that's a subscriber.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which is in that audience list there that I've got popped up there on the left-hand side. Those would be the subscribers.
Those are the subscribers. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I'm personally wondering, so when you get the emails into Direct Heroes, can you do much like Facebook chatbots and ManyChat? Can you then do a broadcast whenever you feel like, if you're running a campaign? Directly from Direct Heroes, like
exactly. So that's why these actions, these tags here are super important based on, excuse me, based on the campaign you're running, because you can see here Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Thinkific. Just put this one here just so we could go over it. Thanks for joining the live webinar. You can set these up, and based on all the tags that you've created in the different campaigns, setting up a time and a date on when you want to schedule it to go out or broadcast it now. And this sends out natively on Instagram. You don't have to send it through email. You don't have to send it through Messenger. It happens on Instagram through your direct messaging channel.
Awesome. Sounds good. Okay, got another question here from Brian. How do you get, and I think you and Amber touched on this, but how do you get somebody to DM you to begin with? What are some of the strategies?
Everything for us, what we run is incentivized into your business or product. If you're running a viable product and something that you truly believe in, it's the same sort of concept again, is having somebody opt into a funnel that you would make to send them to your product. So putting up a piece of creative, running traffic to that piece of creative, saying direct message me this keyword. Again, everything's based on keywords to get people to opt in. So for this case, like we showed you, direct message us Thinkific to have people come through. Sorry, right here. We'll give you this offer. So again, it's direct message me, keyword to receive X offer. And if you, again, most of us, all of us should believe in our product, then you take them through that way. So again, setting up the creative, putting that call to action in there and incentivizing them to do it because you're taking them through that, taking time out of their day to be a part of you and your business.
Got it. Awesome. There's another question here from Rico. Rico sounds like Rico has an agency.
Yep.
So he's wondering if there's a different pricing structure for agencies that I'm assuming is maybe handling multiple Instagram accounts for their clients. Is that something you guys have thought about as well, or more of a maybe connect with Jeff, Rico?
Yeah, we do have enterprise models. It really depends on how many accounts you're working with. Though that's more on we base that based on scope. We do have enterprise models as well to kind of tailor the packages for those agencies and how it works. Again, giving people the full shebang debate based on how many accounts are working, how many clients they have. Like there's a lot of variables that come in. So yeah, that's something that just reach out to us and we're happy to help you with that.
Awesome. Sounds good. I think as far as all the comments, I think that's all the questions that we have here. So yeah, I think we'll wrap it up, but this isn't the end of it. So what is the best way to connect with you, Jeff, and the rest of the Direct Heroes team?
You can email us, the whole team, at hello@directheroes.com. That's the best way to reach out to us via email. You both have a link for people to get started if they want to. And again, if you go through the Direct Heroes flow, we've also got a link there for people who come through the Thinkific webinar to be able to sign up there as well, exclusively through them. So there's a few ways to reach out to us, but the email, hello@directheroes.com. And then to get started with us, you've got the link there that we can get going and reach out with any questions that you may have.
Awesome. Okay. Well, Jeff, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for showing us this tool. It looks like it's something that a lot of people are going to be tapping into. We'll talk to you very soon. Amber, thanks so much.
Yeah. Thank you. And thanks, Jeff.
Thanks for having me. No, it was a lot of fun.
Awesome. And everybody else, thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, if you're watching this on the replay, just leave your comments or reach out to our team or directly with Direct Heroes. And we'll be happy to answer your questions then. Take care.
Thanks.